Hey guys, Sunday, December 7th, 2025. Let's see what the Black Widow wants to do this week. So far, she is very, very strong. We're going to start off with our market profile. She already took out the value area high using a 10-year time frame of 512. She put a high of 549 and holding there. It'll be interesting to see where we open today. If it's going to be a price gap up. Oh, I could turn. We'll see. But so far, using the market profile, if this is a kind of chart strategy you like, you got a target of 621 value area high using a 5-year time frame. And so far, the path of least resistance is to the upside. So 621 is your next target using the market profile, and that's on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, it's even higher. Your value area high within 4 years is 650. There was this area that I was watching here, and I was concerned. It just blew right through it. And it looks like it wants to go higher. So first target, 621. Second, 650. Let's go and stay here on our daily and look at this is a log scale chart. So I wanted to kind of see where we're at here. So this is Andrew's pitchfork. I might have to fix this a little bit. So far we at the 25% and we are above it. This is our midpoint here on a log scale chart. So that's very bullish and very strong. On a channel, we already are above the midpoint. So that is good. Let's see. Retail, they were holding this angle. The retail is probably going to look at this angle here around 594. But so far, retail is liking the price action. That looks good. Very bullish there on the Gann grid. And we blew right through this angle from the 1002 high, which is the 1x4. Blew right through it. So that's bullish too. Let's see. Trend lines. On a log scale chart, we blew right through it. That was a nice buying opportunity. I want to test that trend line. So far, open skies. The only thing you probably want to put like some pivots. There's a pivot there. Kind of locks you in right there around 534-ish. And then you got to watch these pivots here. 761. This is probably the one that jumps out at me the most right here. What is that? 557. That pivot right here. In regards to trend line, it's all done. It's all about now pivots going across, looking to your left. Let's see, one more. Let's see, the SO dates. What's interesting about the SO day, normally at the last one, that's when it kind of turns, and it was kind of lining up with the November-December seasonality weakness. But so far, it surprised me. Like I said, price is king. You just have to follow price action. And it looks like it wants to go higher. I guess from the SO day here, it just exploded higher. I don't think I have anything else from here. Let's go into our retracements. You can see that this is going to be a key level. This is your midpoint from the 144 low, 573. It could eventually get up here and then maybe stall, but we'll see. There's that 573, and then you got for the 152 low, 577. So keep an eye out between 577 and 573 if it gets there in the next couple of weeks. See what happens. If it starts chopping around here and it starts losing momentum, maybe it could dwindle, but this is a big target. Especially as your midpoint. This is what Gann says. He calls it center of gravity. He says that prices like to return back to the midpoint. And then from there, once it gets there, then if it's going to decide to even go higher, it can. But once it gets here, you're right smack in the middle. You got a 50% shot of even continue going higher or maybe stalling and going here. So you fought all this to get here. Look at it that way. Let's look at our simple glance chart. And so far, you want to keep an eye on this key level here, 574. That's the cloud line on the monthly. We're already almost kissing the linear regression channels, but MACD is positive. On the weekly, it looks positive. It looks like it was going to turn here. I remember making videos that was building a hockey stick, and then look, boom. But everything, white candles, Hekanashi, open body candle, everything looks good. There's nothing weak here in this chart. Here's a value area high of 622. Nothing, the Tom D mark, nothing is negative here. Nothing is showing anything here that could be concerning. Here on the daily was interesting. You know, the divergence technique where prices are just kind of stalling, but price action is going higher. Sometimes some technical analysts think that when that's happened, maybe there's a turn in the horizon. And so far, that didn't play out, that technique. The divergence technique didn't play out. Look at that. Exploded higher. PPS buy signal on pretty much Thanksgiving, and then it just ripped even higher. I'm still long, so I'm going to wait to tonight's open. Tonight is going to be very interesting. So let me show you what I have here. So you guys know that I follow Gann theory, and that's my main technique. It's the thing that Gann calls the law of vibration, LOV, and it's exclusive to nat gas. So my calculations, there's 3 dates that are important in regards to the law of vibration, and one of them is today. So it has to do with the open. So if we get weakness, some selling pressure today could be a possible turning point, which will get us to a wave 4. If it doesn't happen today, it could possibly happen, and I'm using the word possibly because this is all speculation. Sometimes the law of vibration technique works, and sometimes it doesn't. It's not guaranteed, like everything else in life. So today's the 7th, the next one will be the 9th, and then the last one will be the 15th. So I'm putting it out there so you see that I am not, I'm not changing my mind or anything like that. These are dates that I see in the future that could possibly bring turning points. So since we're going up, it's most likely that maybe if the 7th is going to work out today, we could probably get a turn. And what would confirm this turn is that we start seeing volume to the downside and the bears getting aggressive. And I'm going to show you some key levels to watch to see if that will happen. If nothing happens and we got a nice price gap higher for whatever reason, and then it turns, it's still valid. The only thing is that will make this void is that we have a price gap and we continue going higher and we close even higher this whole week. Then this was a dud and it didn't play out, which is fine. I just have it as warnings for myself for trading. Just in case I see that, it's a sign and I just got to get out and lock in profits and wait for a wave 4 to play out. We know that we're still on a wave 3 according to the Elliott wave theory. So Elliott wave technicians are waiting for a 4 and then a 5 even higher, and that hasn't happened yet. We're still on a wave 3, and a wave 3 could continue even going higher, guys. So don't assume that we're gonna turn, even though the Gann date I have of the 7th today could possibly bring that. It may be a dud and it could continue pushing higher. So I don't want to spook anybody from their long positions, but just be aware of that. Maybe it could turn also. Looking at I'm going straight to our midpoint chart. You can see that on the yearly pivots, we have a target here of around 553. That's our last level of the yearly pivot, and we hit 549. So yeah, we almost kissed it. Everything else, I mean, the mobiles are bullish, the Stokes are bullish. That's very strong. On the daily using monthly pivots, we already exceeded our target of 526. We made a high of 549 and the month is not even over and we're very overextended, but that's good if you're bullish. Higher price action. There's going to be traders that are going to be like, man, I'm missing out on this move, and they're probably going to pile in and go long and push this even higher. But everything looks good. Mobiles are positive. Stokes are just steady riding above 80%. So that's bullish. That's good. Looking at our 4-hour on the weekly chart, we very overextended. We exceeded our level for the week of 510. We've been pushing higher. This week, you want to keep an eye out for 512. This is your midpoint for this week coming up. Extreme targets to the upside, if it's going to push higher, will be for this week coming up, will be 586 and 568. And watch out for a price gap. Look at that. We exceeded here. The mobiles are even higher. So it kind of, you know, this is the kind of thing is that if this thing is a bull trap with the Gann law of vibration, date 7, this is the perfect scenario to get everybody excited and everybody over the weekend thinking, man, look at this, man. Nat gas is just moving high. It's going to continue going higher. And if this Gann technique works, they're going to push it even higher. And maybe from there, they pull the rug and then tank it. So you have to just be very, 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 very careful. So far, every snapback was a buying opportunity right here. These are all snapbacks. As long as this blue line is above 80%, these are all buying opportunities. You can see it. You can see it here. And on top of that, just factoring the weather, it's cold. It's cold over here in Tennessee. That's going to create demand on top of the AI forecast with AI and all the data centers pulling natural gas is probably up there with uranium. So all that stuff factoring in cold weather, you know, it's going to bring storage down and prices are going to could continue pushing higher. This is the 2-hour using our daily range. And for the overnight, when we open tonight, 526. So 526 and 512 are going to be very important this week. And 526 is going to be important today into Monday. If we could hold that, we could push higher for those that are, you know, scalping. 573 all the way to 561 could be your targets if you want to just get in and out. Anything below 525 could get weak, but you can see that they never let it go below the 50%. They always, the 25%, or you can see the 75% hold, which is the blue line, always hold. So if they really wanted to spook some, 514 could be the last thing, and then they'll bring it up and even push it higher. But so far, everything looks good here. Lastly, 549, that takes us all the way, where am I? 549, that's all the way like right here. 553 is the 45, and 565, your 180. And I was thinking, when I was looking in hindsight, looking at my video, I was thinking 525. This thing just blew right through that and went all the way here. Interesting. So keep an eye on that for that. 565, if it gets above that, 577 is next. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on nat gas.